Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to D&D Oshi Noko. Tonight we're at episode 4. So, we're gonna do two things, right? One of them is gonna be watching episode 4, of course. You know how it goes. Well, actually, no, we're gonna do three things. We're gonna do three things. One of them is gonna be watching episode 4. One of them is going to be doing a little scroll through recap of episode 3. And then we're also going to look a little bit at this short story. Somebody put this in the comments for last video. Shout out to that. And this is it's called 45510, and it's a little 10-page short story that, is a story of the meaning of why 45510 was the password on Ai's phone. Because if you remember, that was in last episode, Aqua obsessively went through 45,510 passcodes on one of Ai's old phones to try to get more information on her, which ended up being really helpful, right? Because he got a list of people, one of which now he's tracking down with the whole acting thing, blah, 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 right? But yeah, so this is a little short story. It's 10 pages long, right? I read the first 8 or 9 pages, and then it started getting a little crazy to me, and I started feeling some things, so I stopped, and then I started recording, right? So this is me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summarize and go through these first 8 or so pages, just really quickly, and then I'm gonna read the last one with y'all, which will be the first time I've seen that last page. I'll try to remember to put this in the comments, though honestly, if you just look up 45510, I'm sure you could find a good translation. I don't know. Shout out, by the way, to this translator and all of this for even existing. So I have it on screen now, right? Interesting note is that the short story was given out in theaters during the initial screening of the anime's premiere. This title is based off of Ai's lock screen password. What a crazy time to give out the short story at a theater in the screening. I don't know. That's just crazy to me. So like I said, I already read the first couple pages, so I'm going to just really quick kind of give a summary. It's interesting how this comes from one of the other members of B Komachi. At first I thought it was Aqua, but it is not Aqua. Because you see here, for me, being a part of B Komachi wasn't all that fun. And it really gets into the envy that the rest of the group held towards Ai, right? This character says, I was jealous of Ai. I was obviously carrying B Komachi. They carried them from being an underground idol group to actually being able to be on stage. So as much as that's a wonderful thing for them, it's also for the rest of the idols, right? The rest of B Komachi, it's also all obviously just Ai is the one that's carrying them. So obviously there's gonna be some envy there, right? One of the things that really struck me in the beginning that I really, really liked is just this thing right here, right? However, so in the databases of the internet, a wide variety of text, images, and videos and much more are archived. However, due to server outages, termination of site services, deletion of accounts, and so on, it is normal for that data to disappear from the internet or even from the world, forever lost. This is something that I relate to so hard because there's things I've seen on the internet, and I think this is honestly a thing that's occurred in the world and in the story as the internet has kind of gotten really OP, because right now anything that goes up on the internet's probably going to be there for it might get buried, but I think you could find it. The amount of archiving and crazy stuff going on, you can pretty much find anything. Somebody puts out a tweet and then deletes it, everybody knows that tweet was there. Everyone's got copies, blah, 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 right? But back when, the internet was in its, little birthing phase, right? When it was just kind of popping off for the first time, and, a lot of these archives or whatever, were a lot less, I don't know, pogged, for things to be lost, makes a lot of sense. And the reason I bring it up and why I think, it's so cool to me that this idea is even part of this at all is because, there's so many things that I saw when I was, probably, 7 years old or whatever, on the internet or whatever, that I just can never find again. It's a game, and you have weird memories of it, or a show, or a music video, and I've literally spent hours trying to hunt for some of these things with no luck. I'll put every keyword I can think of into Google, into YouTube, into anything, and just get nothing. So that really spoke to me in that way, because that's just that's just kind of how it is. So for it to be they're trying to find Ai, and this old B Komachi other idol is trying to find some trace of Ai, was really relatable. I thought was a really what a unique concept. the internet life, or the lifespan of things in the early internet, that being like, I don't know, that just being brought up was really cool. So continuing, Bikomachi was fun, but she says, I hated I. Keep that in mind. They started when they were middle schoolers. We already kind of knew that, right? But, you know, that's where this idol started. So that kind of, the whole, like, growing up as a middle schooler, how could you even, like child actor? And that's something we've kind of gone a little bit of a look at with Icona as well. And then, like, obviously, homeboy Aqua, homegirl Ruby are, oh, here's my notes, are literally, like, young as well, though they're kind of complicated because, you know, they got the mental age thing going on. But yeah, that's like a big part of the story, blah blah blah. Continuing, there were some other things I liked. So we get some more characterization for I that I really like, that even to the other members of her idol group, she like was super, I don't know, she had a lot of those walls up still that she had for the fans. Even this Bikomachi one says, ever since we met, I has been a secretive person. No matter what she was asked, all she did was slip away. From the fans' perspective, may have given her a mysterious charm. The desire to know also fed into her charisma. So, like, people are asking her about what foods you like, what foods you don't like, and she's just dodging every question. What did you eat today? I haven't eaten anything. Clothing brand. It's Uniqlo. I don't know what Uniqlo is, but shout out Uniqlo, I guess. Etc. Her just straight up refusing to answer certain questions. And it makes sense to me. I think where it really makes sense to me is, like, why? Because, like, why would I kind of be secretive? It's like, where was it? It was somebody, like, asked her, right here. Who's your type? Is one of the questions, right? Because I think she was answering questions off of comments here. And so they asked who her romantic type was, which, you know, with the whole father thing is kind of important. And her response is, I don't think I should answer this. Won't you feel bad if you're not my type? You want me to tell you anyway? Well, if you insist, I can't stand people who get annoyed every time I mess up, etc. But that part of, I don't think I should answer this, won't you feel bad if you're not my type? It's like the end, like the reason that she's having to be so secretive is to never offend, right? To never diminish her image, and to be like so broadly marketable to anyone. And it requires a certain amount of vagueness, because if you say, oh, I hate coconut water, right? If you say, I don't like coconut water, I don't know, that's kind of a dumb example, but if you know, you know. If you say that, and there's some diehard coconut water fan on the other side of the as an audience member for I or whatever, then, like, what if they take offense to that? Blah blah blah. And that's such a micro example, but I feel like that's just kind of where it's at. Where, yeah. And it's also like a humanizing aspect, right? Where to humanize I too much is kind of an issue. Well, not an issue. It's something that's like the culture. That's something that's been commented on in the culture, right? Where she is so... It's crazy. She's like such an insane part of the story. I'm so mad that she's not in the story like all the time. She kind of is, right? Because she's being lived on in a way. But, like, I don't know. I'm just so into, like, all the themes they've brought through her character. Whenever we saw her in episode 1, it was like I at least, I'll say I instead of we. I felt like I never really knew her that well. That it was kind of scary almost. Like the amount of secrecy, the amount of performance, like, kind of discouraged me, or like not discouraged. I don't know. It caused me apprehension and caused me nervousness, right, the entire time. It's like that is intentional. And, well, the thing I think is what's frightening me is that she doesn't feel like a person. You know, she feels like a product. But that's exactly the point. Is she is a product. You know, if you become a person, if you become humanized, then, you know, you fall in love, you have a kid or whatever. If you go through human things, then all of a sudden, like, you're no longer a appropriate vessel for escapism, or appropriate vessel for this idealized idoldom and all that nonsense, right? It's just so good. It's just so good. Oh, the themes are good. Not like the obsessive idolization of idols and the obsessive idolization of celebrities or anything. That, less good. The show bringing it up, very good. Especially because, like, I don't know. They're talking about the nature of production, but obviously this show had to be produced. So, like, somebody had to animate Aqua like typing on the editing thing, and somebody had to like edit together that or whatever. So I'm sure even the developers of this show had some of these weird meta like things going on, where it's like I'm writing or animating or voice acting for a show that is on the nature of voice actors, is on the nature of idols, is on the nature of people who make things, blah blah blah. I really like that. That's basically pogged out of its mind. Continuing. But yeah, man, who's your type? I don't think I should answer this. Won't you feel bad if you're not my type? She doesn't humanize herself because she doesn't want to offend, She doesn't want to at all besmirch the towering idol that is, the towering monument, really, that is We get more stuff. This is the love. I talks about love here, which, obviously is really incredibly important to her character, because that's like kind of one of her main themes for sure. They call her like I like this as well, that she, one of the members jokingly said that I may not be able to distinguish between people. She kind of said so herself, that like she only remembers the names of people that are like important or like exceptional or like talented. I think it was more of a talent thing than anything else. That from her point of view, I's point of view, all humans are bland and villagers A and B are talking, not individuals. So it's like, man, because I feel like she made sure not to humanize herself, right? She's always performing. She is a product. In doing so, was there like a necessity for her to dehumanize those around her? Because if she were to create a human bond or see someone as a human, which would then allow a bond to be formed, would that disrupt the monument that is the monument that is this perfect idol that she is, the performance? I mean, perhaps, and we'll put that on the shelf for a second. We'll get back to that in a minute. She talks about love. She says, I think affection comes from trust. What was it? Payback? Like to return affection with affection. But I'm a coward. I can't believe in the words like, love, or affection very much. I don't know. I've never really fallen in love with someone before. Crazy things to be saying to a camera, or, she's reading comments and answering them. That's a wild thing to drop on your audience. I mean, I'm here for it and I love it, but oh my goodness. I wonder, the guy that asked that question was probably like my fault, The thing I like about this is the beautiful thing about her kids. And in my mind, the relationship between a parent and a child is ideally, I think a parent-child relationship has a lot of unconditional love baked in, that no matter what, there is that love. Like Ruby and Aqua, they love I no matter what, right? They love I for who she is, and they getting to actually, I don't know. I say they love I for who she is, but who I even is kind of vague because of all that stuff going on. But I mean, there's no question that they are completely and totally loving I as a mother, right? And when she grew up, right, she didn't have, or she had like the mom, and she had some abuse, and then the mom was gone, and she was in like a child's home or whatever the term they used was. So she never got to experience that unconditional love. So when I'm sure that's what caused her so much pause and so much fear, where she didn't want to lie to her kids saying that she loved them. All that fear probably came that she felt that feeling that felt like love, which was an unconditional love for her kids, but she had never felt that before. So that, it gets so, I don't know. She gets caught up in that. That's just, yeah. So I really, for her to describe it as like a trust, it really strikes to me, because it's like vulnerability, that she trusts you not to get mad when she messes up. She trusts you not to hurt her, abuse her in any way, like she had happened to her as a child. She trusts you. That love is trusting someone to not leave you, right? Abandon you in any sense. Yeah. It's very touching for someone that obviously has that layer, that very lonely child has this projection of the idol around them. It's very touching to hear that come from someone like I. This was some really good commentary as well from the idol that's telling us about this, that's kind of written the short story, is the narrator. In the end, it turned into something like a diary. She may have used the comments as guidelines, but she was mostly talking to herself. And then the idol says that she kind of had done this as well when replying to comments. I don't even want to try to get into that too much because I'm going to start talking about myself way too much because it's literally talking. You know what? The connection's there. You get what I mean, right? Just like anybody, like, because I reply to comments, man. Like, am I just talking to myself? Am I talking about myself? What's happening? Where am I? I don't know, man. I don't want to. If I go too into that, I'm never going to crawl out of that hole. And I'm not going to lie. After episode 1 of this show, you were there. I don't need to explain it. Let's just keep going. You were there. If you weren't there, if you haven't seen episode 1, go watch episode 1. There I go. Look at me plugging my own series in my series. What is happening? Okay. Freaking YouTube. I hate YouTube. Okay. Shut up. Continue. I hate the meta. I hate the meta that saturates a lot of content creation. Getting that aside, let's talk about the show. The show's what matters here. Our goal is to immerse in the show. Okay. This is an explanation here for the actual password. It has to do with the name structure. Somebody else in the comments talked about this. It's the keypad. It's like A B C D E F G H I J K L. I think it's like that kind of thing, but with the Japanese type. So that's where it comes together. So that's good, and I like that, and it's kind of Pog. It's also like the password's name was for the official account created by management. So for Aqua to not really, because like obviously he probably tried a bunch of different number codes that had to relate to I specifically before he started brute forcing it. And this seems like it was like kind of random enough that he wouldn't have really gotten that. Like, oh, let me just use the beginning letters of the names of the different idols within the Bikomachi, but only the specific founding members here. Yeah, the initials of the founding members. So yeah, I like that it had that layer of complexity that would have made sense that that Aqua wouldn't have like been able to guess quickly. Because that was one thing I was thinking about. Like, if the password was too easy, Homeboy wouldn't have had to brute force it. But because he's a smart lad, Continuing, the blog, she logs into the blog, and this is where it gets really crazy. This is the Bikomachi idol that logs into the blog, and she reads, "Then I found an unpublished draft. The tag said it was written by I. I opened the preview page and read what I had written." Do I just read this how? I'm just gonna read this how. To Takamine, well, I've already messed it up. Takamine, I don't know how to speak Japanese. To Takamine Nino-chan Watanabe. Wow, I missed this page. I thought it would be long gone, haha. So we were this close in the beginning. We're pretty stiff around each other now, right? Well, I do think it's my fault. I feel really bad about this. It's my responsibility, and I'm telling the truth here, you know? With everything going on lately, I can't ask you to believe me, but I really want to be friends with everyone, and that feeling has never changed. I haven't been able to express it properly, but these are my honest feelings. You might hate me now, but I never... If possible, can we go back to before? You can tease me whenever you want. Scold me like you used to. I don't want you to be intimidated by me. Tell me whatever's on your mind. If any of you come back to this account for nostalgia, let me know the next time you see me, okay? Tell me I'm a useless idiot, and then I'll apologize for being the idiot I am. I want to make it up to you. I've been meaning to tell you guys some things with everyone. And then the person reading this. I closed the page and returned to the menu. I knew what to do. I deleted I's draft. Forever, so that it would be too late, so that no one would ever see it again. Forever, so that it would be too late, so that no one would ever see it again. That is just so... It's like it was a draft, right? So it was made in such a way that only the other idols would see it, but just like it feels to me like it was something she couldn't say in person, right? To like be honest and tell the truth and want to go back to having some camaraderie idol bonds rather than just, because I mean they talk about a little previously, I didn't mention it, but like one of the idols got fired for starting rumors about I. Like she immediately got fired, right? So like I was obviously like, you could not screw with her. And then I, of course, doesn't really want that. She doesn't want to be this, you know, I don't want you to be intimidated by me, scold me like you used to. She doesn't want to be treated in that way. But this very heartfelt piece of truth that I has like put out to the rest of her idols. What does the idol do? She deletes it because this wasn't it. This is not I. I was aloof, unrestrained, solitary, strong, determined, and without a single regret. Invincible, the strongest, the one and only, that was I. I did not write things like this. She didn't cling to her friends. And I haven't read the rest of this here. This is not I. This is not my I. My I is not like this. There was no need for me to know which I was real. Damn. I remember it now, the interview. I watched it before at least once, because I've seen all of I's videos. Looking back, there was only one time when she expressed any weakness on screen. That's it. The one with white, rice, and glass. The one that led to the story of her mother. She hid a piece of shattered glass in her bowl of white rice. Wow. So that's why she said earlier that she didn't like white rice. When she asked like what kind of food she didn't like, she says, nothing in particular, but I prefer to avoid white rice. To which the idol saying this says that that's not true because she's eaten white rice before. But no, it's probably because of this. She hid a piece of shattered glass in her bowl of white rice. In the mom's bowl of white rice. Wow. That was the only time that I looked weak, only once. I wonder if the person who posted that video is also like me. They didn't want to admit that I had that side to her, to protect the idol we remember, just like how I deleted her draft permanently, never to be looked back upon again. Because I've already passed the point of no return. I also deleted the blog itself. Wow. The message that might have been one of the few SOSs from I, no one will ever see it again. I shut down the computer, the darkened screen reflected my face. It was the face of a girl who was devoted to I more than anyone else. It was the face of an unshakable believer. Wow. It's so dark. There was no need for me to know which I was real. The reality doesn't even matter, right? Because it's the lie, like the persona of I, which might be fake, which might be a lie. Like that's what really matters, not like the feelings that come from it. That unshakable monument, that the strong, the idle I, is the thing that matters, not whatever person may have at one point been underneath it. Not the person of which the monument was built on their back, right? Holy. That last line is crazy too. It was the face of a girl who's devoted to I more than anyone else. Is the face of an unshakable believer. Because it's like you're deleting her SOS, but that's devotion to her. I'm just stunned on that. That's really crazy to me. It's crazy that they can just write a short story like this and it also hits. Wow. Okay. Let's just talk about episode 3. Let's talk about episode 3. Cause wow. Okay. Episode 3. So what happened basically? Let's lock in. We have Aqua meets up with. He's going to the same school as Ruby, right? He was saying that he was going to the normal program, not the performing program. But lo and behold, who's there? It's Kana, my Kana loved, who proceeds to steal the entire rest of the episode, low-key, but that's okay. Her eyes are crazy. The way they do eyes in this show are so crazy to me, especially like because a lot of these people's eyes have like the pupil. She doesn't have a pupil. She's just got these like discs. Which, you know, with Ruby, and Aqua all having very specific eyes, it's cool that she has a very specific eye type as well. Yeah, where she doesn't have pupils, but most other people do at least have some semblance of them. Freaky. I like it though. Not freaky as in spooky, but freaky as in like it's very anime stylized, which I like. But yes, so turns out Kana is working in this on this show, this like handsome boys, basically just actually advertising for their model jobs, putting things on their resume for being models in the future or whatever. But you know, she's working on it. She's the director is Misaya Kaburagi, which, fun fact, is one of the people that I was connected to and is on Aqua's list of potential people that he needs to kill. And by that I mean people that could be his father or give more information on that, right? So, I mean, is this guy blonde? And we see him a little bit. I mean, hair color could be a part of this, right? This guy's blonde. Wait, yeah, hair color, man. Because Homegirl, Aqua, and Ruby are obviously blonde, while, you know, look at I Go, this is not blonde hair. So, okay, that's maybe a hint we can think of down the line. But he's the director for this project. That gets Aqua on board. So now he's playing the stalker character, A Tragic Twist of Fate, and is about to show up in the finale. The crazy part, though, is that at the beginning, he didn't want to act, right, at all. And the director kind of, made a little bit of fun of that. But by the very end, after seeing how little the director actually cares about homegirl Kana and is just more so using her, he's like, you know what, I'll actually give... Oh yeah, because he collects the cigarettes for DNA. He says, you know what, I might as well go out with a bang. I might as well give Kana those... I might as well make it a good show like Kana wanted. Which is exactly what I want, because I need him to, what I need from Aqua is for him to realize the joy, the good, the beautiful part of the lie, right? Because he's got is he's just a little liar, man. He's a little snake. But I want him to realize that for it was a beautiful thing, and it was so tragic and had so many worrying elements, but it can, at least, there is some beauty in there somewhere, and some, passion and creativity and, something there that he has completely distanced himself from. Kana's got that, though, and I think in this little moment of acting that they're going to have next episode, hopefully Aqua will feel just a hint of that, or something. But honestly, who knows? And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So honestly, I kind of just jump into episode 4. Boom, bang. This is episode 4. Yup. Okay. I'm terrified. Surely this will go fine, right? Surely. Also, by the way, you see I'm wearing very muted clothes, right? You might be like, why am I even bringing this up? This is because Aqua wears very muted clothes, so I'm getting into the Aqua mindset. No, that's silly. Okay, sorry. We're drinking a Glacier Clear purified drinking water. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself a snack. You already know how it goes. Episode 4. Let's get this going in a 3, 2, 1. Bang! Okay, they start with the OP. They have a habit of just going right into the OP, huh? I mean, I can't blame them because it's maybe the best OP I've seen in so long. The little swing that does is hypnotic, man. And then she says, shh. Oh, dude, this show is so good. Man, and the light that hits the ball splits into blue and pink. Ruby and Aqua's colors, man. It's their colors, man. It's eyes light hits it and it splits. It's crazy to me. It's so good. It's crazy. I don't even know. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm getting overwhelmed by the OP. It's just insane. Kana, why do you look so sad? 45510, bro. Who are these other idols gonna be? Okay, I gotta calm down. Season 2 is confirmed, right? When is Season 2 happening? I need to know that Season 2 is coming out before I can, Okay. Act your heart out. You're my boy, Aqua. Act your heart out. You're good at being creepy. They had to dodge puddles. That's really sad. Okay. He is very, and that is what kind of complimented him on, right? How, precise he is. A little obsessive in the repetition and the lock-in. He's got that focus. Ooh. She's getting into character. Wow. Wow. feel like something sad is about to happen. Well, we already know she kind of fell from that a bit, right? Yeah. The public eye is very quick to look away. Former child genius. Aqua's the last chance. The fundamentals. Oh, it's got 1 star. Right, and the manga adapter was really unhappy with it as well. Wow. Aw, you're even a fan of it too? That's so sweet. Aqua. This guy sucks. He's too garbage. I can't carry this. Kill him. Sorry. Aqua. Dude, Aqua. He walks through the puddles. You can hear the... That's good. He did that on purpose. Yeah, he did that on purpose. That's my boy. He's locked in. Wow. You gotta be smart. I like that. To like make up the difference for the raw talent that he thinks he lacks. I like that, Aqua. Now he's actually acting. Well, it's not really. He's feeling kind of genuine about it, I'm sure, but that's why it's working. Yes! But it's good! Thank you. This random guy is the real one. The, like, director or whatever. Yes! And man's been studying that editing, so he knows how it all goes. He's been part of every part of it. And he's also a medical school genius. Really, man's pretty smart. Please, Kana. Yes! You gotta really pull off the cry. Dang! It's horrible that he has to use a knife as well. That's just... Come on, Kana. Come on, Kana. I need him to... Dude, the cameraman is sweating. Oh no, is it not gonna happen? Oh, yes! Yes, Kana! Wow. Right. Bro, he was lining it up like she was gonna fail, but no, I should have had faith. I should have had faith in my girl. No, bro. It got me in character. I liked it, yeah. Oh, wow. Dude, that's my boy right there. Well, maybe it was a bad director plan. Good on this guy. This guy right here. He was willing to keep it filming. Oh, he's still there. What are the ratings like? Actually, I don't even need to know. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, is this like... It's like a drawing pad. Smart. Smart. Wait, I'm gonna use that tech. Oh, this is one of the... Okay, this is one of the people watching it. Oh, y'all are about to get... Drawing that. Oh, this is the person. Okay. That's kind of sad. Right. Aww. That's so sweet. And now everyone's gonna love Aqua's character, bro. They're about to have a fandom that's built around this last character. About the stalker, I mean. They're about to have a fandom of this for the stalker. You already know. That's how the internet works. Was the terrible acting on purpose? Aww. That was... Oshi no Sushi? Oh, you're hilarious for writing that. Oh, you're hilarious. Oh, you guys look so good. I like your outfit, Kana. It's a very nice outfit. Homeboy's just rocking the turtleneck. Why you asking? Dang. Yeah, Kana. She's plotting. She's plotting. I got bad news. He's actually like 40 years old if you think about it. We won't sweat it. Yeah, true. Aqua, you run the DNA test yet? Can I just enjoy this moment a bit longer, Aqua? Dang, no luck? He was on the phone. Wow. What do you mean, various ways? Continue. You introduced her to clients. Meeting up with a guy. It sounds bad when you put it that way, but honestly, we need whatever we can get. You rat. Aqua on a dating show? I'm finished if they do that. I'm finished. That would be so funny. Ruby! First day of school. You've always sounded like an old man. Oh, you're funny. Oh, right. Yes. It's a very sweet ritual for them to do. Man got cut off. Okay, he's not transferred in or anything. He's still in his normal one. Yoto High. Don't just point at random people. You're an actor. You're a pinup model. Oh boy. Voice actor and streamer. Wow, you're really tied into the lifeblood of this school. She knows all these people. Oh, because she's a year. Okay, my juniors, because she's a year older. Heard. I love Kana. I love Ruby. You got it, Ruby. All you. Hot guys! Holy, everyone's attractive. True. True. You gotta... No, you can't be staring. Aw. You are so pink colored. I kind of like it. You're amazing yourself. Calm yourself, Ruby. Minami. What's up, Minami? Oh. A G cup? Oh, come, Ruby, calm down. A vibe. I said she had G cups and then that's all it took. No shot. He's got Kana. We're fine. Ah, gotta build it up. Yep. Mm. He does have people skills. He got a lot of experience talking to people, right? Like the patients at his at the hospital. Share your friends. He is so calculating. Oh yeah. Who? Whoa. Whoa! Your eyes. It's always the eyes. Frill. Alright, Frill. The Frill? Dang, Ruby a fan. Makes sense, makes sense. Aw. There was a heart in her eye. That was cute. Y'all, don't be staring too much. Yeah, you're classmates now. Go be friends with her. Giga Chad. Ooh! Real knows real. Real recognize real. Real recognize real. You just heard it. You just heard it, Aqua. You got the chops. You gotta remember. You just gotta use the world around you. Damn. Damn! No, no. I need to get popular at school. Oh, idol group, right? Plural. We need a bunch. That's where we get the people in the OP. Oh, poor Ruby. There's a lot riding on her being a successful idol. Yeah. How's she gonna dance? How's she gonna dance? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, we're getting Kana as part of the idol group? I'm down. I'm down. Okay, I like it. ED, run the ED, run the ED. Wait, okay, we gotta have like our, let me get my notes. The idol assembly, right? So I'm gonna write Strawberry Idol Group. Actually, no, let me watch this OP, the ED again. The ED and the OP in this are so good, man. I just like... I don't know, man. Aqua... I don't want him to be in a situation where he's so driven with the father stuff that he doesn't actually leave anything left, right? Because the most important thing, in my opinion, is Ruby. That should be the most important thing to him, right? And it's such a tragic like irony, you know, or like tension that the reason that he loves Ai so much is because of Ruby. It's just Ruby's past life, right? That whole thing. Because like if he knew that, I feel like that would really shock him back to his senses in a way, right? And he's reaching for the star, you know, which is like Ai. Oh my goodness. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, this show is so good. This is one of the best shows that's out. I think this is the best show that's like airing low key. One of the best. I'm not going to say the best because that's such a hard statement to make because I haven't seen all of them. But holy crap, this show is insanely good. The OP. We go to the OP. Why do we go to the OP, I ask? Or you ask? Let me answer. We need to see the idol group we're assembling here. Because I don't think Frill is in it. Which, not that she was going to be, but like Frill's obviously like an important named character. So to know if she's in the idol group is kind of important. We got like Devil Hopping Girl. You're adorable. Kana. Do you walk out on the stage at the end of the OP? Oh my goodness. Wait, is it just the three of them? I think we see their backs here. Wait, look at this. Look at this. Listen to me. Look, this is Ruby on the right, Kana in the middle, Devil Girl on the left. Oh, y'all are about to have a fire idol group. What is that Aqua? Aqua, what are you doing? What is happening here? It's like a guy holding like a suitcase and a brief. Is this the father? I can see this being the father. We see him from a distance, right? I don't know. But yeah, okay, so our squad is definitely Kana, Ruby, miscellaneous. That's okay. Strawberry group. I'm writing their names down. Okay, we got Ruby, we got Kana for sure, and then we got Devil Girl, who I don't have her name yet, so I'm just writing Devil Girl. Okay. And I bet next episode is gonna be that. Mostly, right? You know my favorite part of this OP though? This part here at the beginning where it's Ai and we don't see her eyes, but she's just weaving. It's just with this like spooky like like the choir. Like the juxtaposition is insane to me. That's an insane juxtaposition. Oh my goodness, I love this show so much. Aqua, you're my boy. Okay, so this girl breasts, sorry, Minami, that's not my fault. I'm not even gonna take the L for like referring to her as breasts because that's what Ruby was doing. However, she has a name, Minami. What's up, Minami? I think next episode, this episode was pretty open shut. Like we were kind of concluding what we were dealing with, and now we're just going to the next arc of like starting up the Strawberry Idol group. I unexpectedly was very moved by this poor manga artist actually seeing her product come to life. Because that's, again, it's like the thing I was talking about earlier with the short story we read, the 45510 or whatever, where it's like because in the short story it was like the internet, things that are on the internet like kind of disappearing and like, you know, in that turning of the age and like looking for something that's old, like, you know, old websites or whatever, like that entire like weird internet thing that I totally understood and I just wasn't expecting. This is like another one of those. Like I haven't really thought about, I mean, I've kind of thought about it a little bit before, but I've never really seen it. I've thought about it. This is the crazy thing. This is like what I love when shows do, when they verbalize something that I've always thought about, but I've never had the words for or never really pushed the thought all the way. Like, if the show can verbalize something in that way, then it's really making moves happen. And this is what the show did. Where I've thought before, where I'm like reading a manga or whatever that like extends past an anime. I mean, I know a lot of people that watched Oshi no Ko, they watched episode 1 and immediately binged the entire manga, right? But like, I've thought, like, whenever I've read something like that, like the manga getting adapted, what does the author think of that? What does the manga artist, what do they think of that, right? Because, you know, obviously a lot of the times they don't have a hand in the process or like a huge hand in the process, as far as I'm aware. Sometimes they do, whatever. But like overall, like they're obviously not the ones that are animating it a lot of the time. Most of the time, right? It's like a studio. So like that relationship between manga artist and anime, um, to see it be to see this arc, like this little mini character, not arc, but this beat come full circle, this moment come full circle, where like originally she was so devastated with the first couple episodes, but then just because of Kana, and honestly Aqua was lifting Kana's performance up and giving Kana something to work with, which, bro, you don't like, every story needs a good side character. And that's not being demeaning to side characters, because shout out to side characters, right? Obviously Aqua's like kind of the protagonist. Everyone else is still like such a huge part of the story. So what I'm trying to say though is that Aqua's looking at acting like from an I lens, right? I being AI, like his mom, not like I as, he's looking at it from an I lens where he's like, I'm never going to be able to capture the spot like she does, so I have to use, and I like that thing he said where he's like, I have to use all the environment around me, walking through the puddles, all that thing. But like, homeboy, you don't gotta do that to be a plugged out of your mind actor, right? I mean, remember what you were saying to the director back when you were a child, or you were thinking about the director, where it's really about communication and understanding. Like incorporate some of that. The reason the show popped off in that last episode was because you were there to support Kana. You didn't have to be the spotlight. Though, I mean, if I do say so myself, you were really popping off on your own. So it's not to say that your performance, like, you're only a support character. But, like, support characters are important, But yeah, that was really good to me. I was also stressing that Kana was, like, I don't know why I was stressing that Kana was going to throw it. It's because of the way Aqua was saying. Aqua was, like, thinking in his head, like, she's gonna ace it. She has to ace it. And whenever an anime does that, I think they're gonna subvert and like she's gonna mess it up. But no, she completely pulled through. So I appreciate you for that. And yeah, the shot of her with like the recording stuff going on still, I like that a lot. But yeah, seeing the manga creator, like this shot of her just shedding a tear at her own thing, because it's just like, this is the dream, and she's so glad that it got realized, because it's out of her hands, and it's like your love child, right? It's the thing you've created. So to see it get defiled and ruined and used for such like kind of corporate purpose, which was the purpose of it, right? It was for the modeling agencies and for blah blah blah, for the it was like a hacked in job. Nobody was actually trying to make a piece of art here. So like she puts her soul into this piece of art, and then it gets commercialized and used for corporate nonsense, and that just sucks. But then Aqua's my boy and Kana's my girl that come through and actually make it into a work of art again. And when they do it, it's not even that they carried it alone. Their performance pulled the crappy model dude into an actual performance as well. Like, it's an infectious thing, and it pulled the guy that was controlling the cameras, this like producer or whatever, it pulled him into it as well, where he was like, you know what, we'll adapt around this, we'll make something work. So it's infectious, that creativity and that art and that desire to create, as opposed to just the write it in thing, right? Which is why it's so important for there to be someone like Aqua, or for there to be someone like Kana that desires that art and like that creation and that has that passion, because they are the catalyst at which others will be inspired to do the same. That's always been, it's just so good. Seeing her shed a tear, like, yeah, that was really touching to me. I like that a lot. Oh man, it's crazy because that was like her second scene in the entire anime, and it's like killing me. Entering the school as well, Ruby being kind of nervous and awkward. I mean, she didn't really get to go to school, right? Because she was bedridden. So it totally makes sense. And it kind of like, she seems kind of nervous, but puts up that thing. Reminds me of Bocchi the Rock Kita a little bit. If you know, you know. Go watch Bocchi the Rock. That was a really good show. And kind of, I feel like people that like this would probably also like Bocchi the Rock overall. But yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to like think of like, because it's like, the exterior is confident and like, idle, putting up the facade, all that stuff, but you dig a layer in and there's like that uncertainty and like, I don't know if neuroticism's, I don't think that's quite the right word, but there's that uncertainty and nervousness. That's totally where Ruby's at. Where I think a lot of the trauma for her, like, because I mean for Aqua, it's shown on his face. Like, man is obsessive and You know, he was literally in class in like elementary school trying to open the phone. You know, we saw a shot of that, I'm pretty sure. The tired of the world, depressed, obsessive stuff is like pretty obvious to anyone that looks at him. He's not trying to put up the facade or whatever. So for him, all the trauma is like out, you know, like it's visible on the surface, but for her, it's all underneath. So I feel like the nervousness and stuff could be a little bit of that, though honestly, just her life as her past life, you know, where she didn't get to like go to school and do all these things. It could also just be that she's literally experiencing all these things for the first time, as opposed to Aqua, who like literally already went to med school and literally already did all of schooling. So he's probably just done, like sick of it, or like he's like, I already did this. Like it's just round 2 for me. This is new game plus territory. I'm good. But yeah. Really good episode. This girl is very... I wonder why Frill's even been introduced. Because, I mean, she has such a specific look to her that I feel like she's just got to keep coming back. She, of course, gave, like, name recognition to Kana and Aqua right away, which was, you know... So that was a purpose there, but surely she's going to come back with such a unique character design, right? This OP and ED kill me, though. Dang, okay, well, I think that's all I really got for this episode 4 of Oshinoko. On to the next, episode 5. Apparently, I've been told there's only going to be 11 episodes of this show, which kills me. That kills me. But, I mean, dang, they better make they better be working on a season 2 right now, okay? Right now. I don't care if you have to... I don't even care if you're a human or not. You're not a human, you're a worker for my show, okay? So make the show and stop complaining, okay? Overtime hours. See, that was it was like a thing where it's like, that's like the message of the show, that there's like flaws with that. So like I was doing it as like an inversion. Okay, don't sweat it. Yeah, that's all I got for this episode 4 of Oshinoko. On to the next, episode 5. Of course, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe. If you're new, blah, 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 comment down below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me, or other Oshinoko fans there. Look at the About page on YouTube as well for socials. Hit the notification bell for notifications on new videos or streams or whatever. Also, this is going to be most likely the last episode of this show that I watch in this location. So look forward to a new location, potentially, probably for next episode. But yeah, that's all I got for this episode. On to the next. I'll be seeing you then. Peace.